know if this outfit, the way I pieced it, is socially acceptable. I hope it is. I needed an excuse to wear my Queen official t-shirt. Like, oh my god, I love this one. And yeah, it's too cold to wear it on its own, so there you go. Welcome to my channel, and if you are new, if you are already acquainted with the mess, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about why I speak English so good. Like, I trip over my words all the time when I speak in English. Like, you should know it by now if you watched some other videos of mine. Still, I am fluent. And some of y'all might be wondering, like, how did you achieve fluency? Like, first of all, I'm Italian. I am 100% maybe, because legend says that I might have some Russian roots. I hope so, but I don't have proof. But I'm an almost 100% Italian girl, born and bred in Italy, and I am fluent in English. So I've never lived abroad. I'm 22, and yeah, I've been abroad only once, actually twice, because I've been for a few hours in Vatican City. That is abroad, like, it is, so I'm not lying. And the second time that I've been abroad was for 3 days in Vienna. That's it. This is like all the time in my life that I spent abroad, and I really wish it was much more than that, because now with Rona you can't travel anywhere. But yeah, so I've never lived abroad, and so why do I speak English so good? Well, I don't want to go into the methods. I want to do more like a story time, like a timeline kind of thing. I'm gonna tell you like my history of language learning more than the tips and tricks and methods that I used. So welcome to my life. Welcome to the story of how I learned English. It all started when I was 3 years old. Back then, my mom bought me the entire collection of a program made by Disney to learn English, like a language learning program for children. If you can actually see it in the cupboard behind me, you know, there, like here where I'm pointing, there are some those yellow things. They are comics, and next to the yellow things, those blue cassette tapes that are sticking over there, those ones are the cartoons that I watched when I was a child. They're called the Magic English, and my mom bought me those, and we watched them together. And she actually tried to learn English with me, because my mom didn't study English at school. She studied French, as with like every single damn boomer in my country studied French and not English back in the days. Maybe someone taught English, but back then they thought that French was the real deal, and whatever. So me and my mom, my little 3-year-old me and my mama, we were like, okay, let's study English together with cartoons, and I picked it up really quickly. Also, on national TV, there were like they were broadcasting cartoons on the third channel every evening, and at a certain point they started broadcasting English cartoons. I can't recall the name, but there was this one cartoon in English that they were broadcasting every day, every weekday, and it was really cute. I clearly remember a dinosaur in among the characters. I think 2 dinosaurs were the main characters. It was really cute. I can't recall the name for the life of me. But so yeah, my childhood was seasoned with pretty much a lot of English, because I watched the English cartoons from the Disney English cartoons, And I watched also these cartoons that they were broadcasting on national TV. And so yeah, this was like my first approach to the language. Then growing up, of course, I went to school and I started studying English at school, like as the teachers were teaching us. And this is where like I was like, I don't think I'm gonna have handle of this language anytime soon. Like at that point in my life, I was like in elementary school. I was like, oh, I thought I figured out English, but apparently I'll never figure it out. This is what I was like, because I struggled to how can I say, um, to make the new words mine, because in my head they clashed with what I learned through the cartoons. I was learning things at school and I was like, this is not the right word. Like, I genuinely thought that I was learning wrong things. I was learning the stuff wrong. And yeah, for example, I was struggling with the words, with the word, I apologize, with the words high and tall, because I was like, I learned high when I watched the cartoons, and I didn't learn tall. And so I was like, wait a second, what is this tall thing? Like, it's high, it's not tall. And only later in life I learned that if a person is tall, is not high, that is another thing. And that high is for heights, it's different. So I struggled with this. And this is like a point in which I was good at English, actually, nonetheless, because I was like, the teachers want me to learn these wrong words, so let's just write them in the test. That's it. But I was like, okay, I am okay in English, but I'm not gonna excel because this doesn't sit right with me. There's something's going on. But then in the end, I managed to solve this problem. How can I say, to appropriate myself of the I don't even know what I'm saying, but to make these words mine, and to how can I say, to solve these misunderstandings in my head. Let's just put it like that. So I moved on from this weird stagnant phase of my language learning, and I entered maybe the most important phase. And I apologize if I look down, because I actually have my timeline over here, and yeah, so if I look down, it's because I'm checking out my notes. Basically, when I got out of my elementary school years, I entered my early teens, and this was the decisive moment, because in my early teens, I started to get into YouTube lyrics videos. I've always been in love with music. Like, music is the most beautiful thing in the entire world and the love of my life. And so when I was like 12, like 11 to 12, I started looking up lyrics videos on YouTube, because I was like, I need to learn the lyrics of my favorite songs. Like, I want to see them with my own eyes on screen. To me, it was a huge deal. It was amazing. And so I started to translate and to learn all the lyrics of my favorite songs. And I started to learn a lot of vocabulary. I started to understand things in grammar before I was studying them at school. I have this very vivid memory of me learning the future tense before learning it at school. I have this vivid memory of me discovering the verb to know through songs. Like, when you when you self-study languages in a certain way, through the things you like, the words get tied to the emotion you felt when you learned them for the first time, and it's special. Like the best way to learn a language is to tie emotion to the language. I love it. So I was learning a lot. Like my language skills really skyrocketed at the time, and not only through English songs, but also through Romanian songs, because when I was 12, I fell in love with Ozon, with the boy band who made Dragostea. And I fell in love with Romanian as well. And I needed a how oh my god, the specific name, the a transition language between Romanian and Italian to understand their lyrics and to possibly learn Romanian, because when I was 12 I started to self-study Romanian a little bit. So I was finding the translations of Ozon's songs in English, and I went from Romanian to English to Italian, and yeah. So in doing this, of course, got me started into Romanian, and improved my English as well. So yeah, I also was really a lot into YouTube back then. I was even before Ozon, I was going through the comment sections of the lyric videos, and my father was like, "Don't go into the comment section. You will learn the bad words." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I won't. I know. I learned all the bad words." Language learning is also this. It's also learning the bad words. It's actually the best part. So yeah, I was really into YouTube, and so I was of course going into the comment section also on Ozon's videos, and I also checked out their interviews and their subtitle interviews. Like there was the memories. There was this one interview they made with Mustafa. I think I got the pronunciation right. Like it's a Russian broadcast TV that if I say anything wrong, I apologize. I am not a native speaker. Okay, so there this Russian interview that actually spun through several days. Like they made it was a really long thing. Like they went, like these people followed them through concerts and then on TV shows, and it was a very long not interview but a really long little project, and it was all in Russian, and but it was subtitled in English. And so I read the English subtitles, and I remember that I wrote them down on my diary. And so yeah, like all of this improved my English skills. And when I was 12, I came to a point where I was starting to think in English. When you start to think into the language you're learning, that's when you're achieving fluency. That is the best sign that you can ever get while learning a language. So yeah, when I was 13, then another very important moment of my language learning history happened, and I discovered Eurovision. I don't know if you know Eurovision, but it's basically the most beautiful thing in the entire planet. It's the biggest music event in the world, and it is a way for like all the countries in Europe and beyond to come together and show off their music beauty, like their musical beauty. It's a competition in which every European country and also Australia and some other countries like Israel, they send an artist to compete with a song, and they compete for like the title of the winner of the Eurovision, of the like the, how can I say, the most beautiful European song of the year, something like that. But it's actually way more than a competition and way more than a prize to win. It's a lifestyle. Like it's literally almost it's a lifestyle. Like I said, I am a really savvy Euro fan. Like, oh my god. And I became a Euro fan when I was 13, and like that I found out about this thing, and I was like, this is everything I've ever wanted. Like all the countries together, each one with their song. And then I was like, there's more, like, because every country chooses their song, and often, like not always but often, with a festival, with a selection. So basically you have this huge load of music from all over the world every year. It's amazing. And of course, everyone uses English in the Eurovision community to communicate with each other, because we are from like different countries, and so we need a way to communicate with each other. And of course, you can find the translations of every single damn song in every single damn language in English. And I was really getting into language learning back then, and into languages. I was falling in love with Slavic languages, Croatian, Turkish, Greek. I was falling in love with all these languages, and so I was looking up the translations of the songs in these languages, and they were all in English. And so my English again was improving. I kid you not, for I don't know how many years, but for years my routine when I was like opening my laptop was open up the Wikipedia page of Eurovision, and then go into first an Italian side about Eurovision, and then the official Eurovision side. Like every single damn day, like Italian Wikipedia, or like a page on Eurovision, the English Wikipedia, Italian side, Eurovision, official Eurovision side, every single damn day. And basically the first time that I found the Eurovision official website, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to understand all of this, because there are articles on songs and competitions there, and they're in English, like they're fully in English. And I was like, I will never be able to understand all of this. Surprise, I checked that site every day. I was reading their stuff every day, and every day my English was improving, and I was starting to think more and more in English. And so also Eurovision means also interviews, not only reading interviews, but also watching and listening to interviews. So I was checking out all the interviews of the artists, and even though some of them aren't like god tier fluent, or like they have a strong accent or anything, they were helping me, their interviews, because they were speaking English anyway. And so I was listening to people speaking English like for a lot of time. Specifically, like I am fangirling again. When I was 13, like summer 2011, I fell in love with a musical duo named Music with two Q's. They are from Latvia. They're represented in their country in Eurovision 2011. And I fell in love with them and their music. I was like the biggest fangirl. And I checked out all their interviews, and I listened to them all. And I every day, like I was listening to them again and again. And this helped me because actually their English is really good. Like I didn't find very much of an accent or anything. Like they are really good in English. So that was a good English helping me. I listened to that again and again, and that was helping me to you know, to gain more control of the language and everything. So yeah, also check them out, please, please. They came out with a new song. I still have to listen to it. I know I'm a bad fan, but I will, and you will now, okay? Music with two Q's, okay. Also Ozone, they are like the three artists of Ozone. They are separately still active. I love them, and they actually came, like two of them, they came back with a new song. Okay, okay, I need to stop fangirling. I need to stop. Okay, okay. So basically, through fangirling and through Eurovision interviews and articles, all of these things, Wikipedia pages. Also, Wikipedia helped me a lot, like throughout all my life, because when I like throwing it back to way before my early teens, my very important early teens. When I was like in elementary school, I was really into animals. Like when I was a little girl, I wanted to become a a vet. A vet. I wanted to become a vet, so I was looking up on both the Italian and English Wikipedia every single damn animal. Like I was really into birds at a certain point. I was really into sea creatures at another point. I was really into animals, and so I was looking them up on Wikipedia, both the Italian and the English one. That helped me. Also, like when I was between my elementary years and my early teens, like before all the before, but also during all the Eurovision and fangirling galore, I was playing a lot of games on English websites. Like this was like the last year of my elementary school up to the first year of middle school. So like I was like 11 to 12 years old. I was going to the English My Little Pony website, the English Littlest Pet Shop website, or Barbie website, because they had really good games there. And so I was like spending my days playing those games, and they were all in English, because the Italian websites, okay, they're good, but back then the real deal were the English websites. So all of these together really helped me. Like I remember recognizing how all those video games were like improving my English. Like there was this one from My Little Pony, which basically you talked with the ponies. Like they had like everything that they said was like scripted. They weren't AI, but they were like saying sentences, and I was learning new things. I remember it. So yeah, this also helped me before and through my Eurovision, like my baby Eurovision days and my fangirling days. So yeah, at this point I was pretty much thinking a lot in English. And I remember that like my last year of middle school, there was a new English teacher, and well, I don't know, maybe it was the first day she taught in class, but at the end of the lesson I went up to her and I approached her in English, and I was clueless to what I was doing. I was like, I don't even remember what I said, but it was something like, so like, did you like your first lesson here in this class? Like this is the first time that we... Sorry. Someone is coming back, hence I might lower my voice going on with the video. My parents don't know that I do YouTube. Okay, so I was saying, yeah, my English teacher, I approached her in English, I started talking in English, and she looked at me with star-crossed eyes. And I was clueless, like I said, to what I was doing. I was simply trying to chat with her, just because. I don't know how in your country is the relationship between pupils and like students and teachers, but in my country, Italy, is pretty open. So yeah, I was just like trying to chat with her, and later on, like it became a habit. Like we were talking a lot. It became a habit, and then later on she said, I've never met a student who approached me in English. Like, this is the first time in my life that happens, and it was impressive. That's what she said, and I was like, wow. I realized only in that moment what I've done. So, and like going on in also, like, first of all, teacher, if you're watching this, then like just know that I love you. Like, just I'm saying hi. And also my, like, all my English teachers, like, I was lucky enough to have all beautiful and wonderful English teachers. I was really lucky. So, like, if any of you is watching, then I send a kiss, a hug, and a big I love you. Okay. um and moving on in high school. Oh, sorry. First middle school. Last year of middle school, I did a course, an English course with the school. I think it helped. Like, I think it was a British one. Like, the name of the thing was British something. But I did it in the last year of middle school, and I was like staying at school for 2 more hours to do English with these teachers and my best friend and other guys in my class. And that was one of the best experiences in my life. Like, I will love all the people that I met there forever. Yeah, I miss those days a lot. Oh god, okay, don't get me started. And then moving on into high school, I basically did again the same thing. In the second year of high school, I did another English course with the school to get the B1 certification. Right now, I don't remember which is like the name of the certification, but basically there is this thing that I think if you learn languages, you know that, like, there is like the beginner level of A2, and then the god tier level of C2. And I was a B1 when I was like 16. I went to this course at school, and I got my official B1 certification. And also when I was 16, I went to a university, the University of Caserta, and I've done an IQ test. Actually, I went there because a teacher sent me there, my art teacher. And actually, I'm bringing this up because that test confirmed that I have a strong linguistic intelligence. So this might have helped in my life into, like, in language learning and everything. And so yeah, just bringing this up. Also, I can't recall what my IQ is. It's ridiculous. I know that I did an IQ test and I don't know what my IQ is, but whatever. I know that I have a strong linguistic intelligence. That's it. And so I just kept on talking with teachers. I just kept on talking with my English teacher in high school. Again, if you're watching this, then just know that I love you, even though sometimes we weren't agreeing on things. I love you. The B1 surely has helped, and I also, that experience was amazing and really important for me, and I'm sending a big kiss to everyone that I met through that experience, even for a brief moment. And so also before going to this course, I met this person, this girl who is actually my best friend, and she is half American, half Italian. And back then we weren't very close. Like, we were friends, but we weren't very close. But when I was in my third year of high school, I became really close with her, to the point that then I phoned her almost every day. And we were talking in English because we didn't want our families to understand what we were saying, privacy between best friends. So I came to a point where I was talking almost every day with someone in English. And this is really important, like you said, like you imagine. Like, this phase of my life is the one that sealed my fluency. Like, if I reached fluency in my teens. My late teens, like there, my fluency was sealed. Because I also started to watch YouTube videos and to watch makeup gurus and to stalk the Maybelline site. I remember the first time that I went to the Maybelline site, everything was alien to me because I was like bland. All these verbs and these names, these nouns, they were. I was like they were new to me. I understood in that moment that um, like some areas like makeup or music or science, they have they have a specific language, a specialized language, and I didn't know the specialized language for makeup, so my vocabulary again widened. And so I started watching YouTube videos also out of the realm of makeup. And since I have misophonia, I spent literally my entire day with earplugs in my ears. And when I was like getting tired of songs, I was playing on loop YouTube videos about makeup or about anything else, like comedic videos and everything. This was like the moment where, like, that's it, I'm fluent. Because I was listening to the whole day people talking in English. And so yeah, listening to the whole day to English songs, people talking in English and reading English stuff on the internet, on Facebook pages, on websites, on YouTube, on all these things. All this input brought me to this point where I am fluent in English. So yeah, I'm actually like looking at the screen. I am running out of memory of space in the video, so I have to wrap it up really quickly. But this was my story of language learning. And to wrap it up, what can I say? Because I wanted to say something about the techniques. I don't want to give any tips and tricks. Like, I hope you got it from what I told you of my life. But at the end of the day, the truth is that language learning has very little to do with studying and learning in itself. I know, what I just said is ludicrous, but it's true. Like, I remember my English teacher in high school, the first one, because I had two. The first one, she said, I bet that she chains herself to the table and she goes like on exercise and exercise and exercise. Absolutely not. Language learning it's all input, literally. Like, I remember, oh my god, I have to tell you this. One day I forgot that there was a test in class and everyone was like, quick, there's an English test. I was like, oh, what? I took the textbook, I flipped through the textbook. I was like, I hope this is enough. The teacher came in. She was like, I got a tier difficult test for the most the best students, and she handed it to me and to two other students, and I scored the maximum of points, and I am that hideous student when it comes to English. I am that hideous. But I never spent like hours of my life doing exercises, because that I don't think it's useful at all. I'm studying other languages right now, and I studied Croatian for 2 years, and one of my teachers had this thing that she gave us exercises upon exercises and exercises and exercises. No, this is not the way to learn a language. After 2 years, I am nowhere near fluent in Croatian. I think that it all comes from input. Like, I will link a video in the description. I swear by every single word uttered in that video. You learn a language through context. You learn language through input that makes sense in your head, aka is in a context that you understand, and you understand it subconsciously. Language learning is not actually language learning, it's language acquisition. Like, how do you learn a language when you are born, like your mother language? Like, you do exercises? No, like it's your subconscious soaking in the language. That's why songs are important. That's why TV series are important. That's why interviews are important, because it gives you the language and it gives you the context, it gives you the word and it gives you the meaning. And it's your brain that can, piece everything together, it can associate the word to its meaning. And the other words you don't know, the brain is really good at filling up the blanks, I don't know, maybe I didn't make very much sense of what I said. Again, like my memory is running out, so I need to be quick. But I linked the video in the description box below, and that really opens your mind up to what actually is language learning. Like, to me, language learning, like, I don't know if you watch Mia Soros, she always says, sit back, relax, and listen to the syntax. Like, this is what language learning is to me. You have to sit back, relax, and listen to the syntax and let your brain pick up naturally the words and to get into the way of thinking, because language is actually thinking. Like, we use language to make sense of our thoughts. So yeah, I think it's a way more subconscious and organic process than like a studying session of like hours and hours and something like that. Like, for me, language learning is acquisition through input with context. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I will once you've watched the video that I've linked in the description. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story, this rant, like the story of my life. Like, what am I saying? I didn't like One Direction at all. Okay, I like them now separately. Okay, whatever. I missed digression apparently. I hope you enjoyed like the story of my lifelong English learning. And yeah, before I wrap this up, I just want to quickly prove that I'm Italian. Like, non so se farò mai dei video in italiano, però perché io voglio parlare a voi che potete comprendermi da tutto il mondo, insomma, perché farmi comprendere soltanto dagli italiani, insomma, cioè. E poi stay tuned, perché farò presto un altro video in cui parlo, diciamo, del mio amore in generale per le lingue, non soltanto del mio amore, della mia storia con l'inglese, insomma, sì. Like, to translate what I just said, like, I said that I don't know if I'll ever make videos in English, because I want everyone to understand, and not only Italian people to understand me. And I was like, also, stay tuned, because I will make a video about, like, my all the languages that I love and that I've come in contact with, and like my love for language learning in general. Like, I literally studied this at uni, and even though I went into like these last years like weren't that great for my language learning, I still really love this part of my life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!